Okay, I'm going to show you how I did the old wood technique. The first layer I started with was the Shabby Paints Vanilla Bear. One coat of that, let it dry. Then I did the Shabby Paints Hazelnut reVAX. And I did it on one side kind of dark, left the other side a little lighter. I just want to show you that you can do it both ways. You can go as dark or as light as you want. And for this layer I'm going to use both the hazelnut and the black reVAX. I like to start with a damp brush. That seems to pick the wax up a little easier, and you can work it into your brush. And you're just going to start layering. I use a separate brush for each color. That one has something in it. I don't put very much reVAX on the brush at a time, especially the black. And you're just going to go random spots. The brush is a little too wet. And go with the grain of the wood. Once you get a couple of coats of hazelnut on here, it really kind of looks like a chestnut color. So you just keep going back and forth between the two colors. Try not to put it on too thick. You can let it dry and do another layer if you want it darker. And I would let the first coat of hazelnut that you put on dry for about 24 hours before you start this process, because you're putting it on pretty thick in some spots. You can also shade around the edges with the black. You gotta let it dry, and you can just build that up. Just to age it a little bit more. And I'll just show you this side. You can leave it a little lighter. Sometimes use the chisel edge of the brush. It gives you a variation in the look of the grain that you're trying to get. Just be really random. And just continue on until you get the look that you want. Same thing with this side. If you want to go a little darker, let your first layer dry, and then continue on. And when you get it to the color that you want it to be, let it dry for about 24 hours, and then put a coat of sheer wax over it, and that'll even out, because you have different thicknesses of reVAX on here. It's not going to be all the same sheen all the way across. So with a wet brush, not dripping but wet, put just a light coat of sheer wax on, and that's it, you're done.